This story is about two brothers by the names of Sid and Danny who have just been dropped off by their parents to unpack at their new house. During unpacking they stumble across the bat and ball, which they decide that they'll rather play cricket than unpack. So we'll start off with a series of slow motion shots to sort of build up the tension before playing the shot. This shot here shows that Danny will be breathing in and holding his breath, and this shot will be Danny edging the ball over the fence, and that's where the title will appear. Danny losing the ball will start an argument between the brothers, and Danny will be the person who will lose the argument, and in the end will have to go and fetch the ball from the next door neighbour. Getting to the next door neighbour, he'll knock on the door and realise that no one's opened it, so he'll have a look inside through the letterbox. As he's walking away, he'll get someone shouting at him saying, "Come on inside," but when he turns around he'll realise that no one's actually at the door. So he'll pop his head inside to see if anyone's there, but once again, no one there. So Danny will enter the house. Danny will go into the living room and look at some of the trophies, and whilst he's doing that, someone will shout to him to come into the kitchen. On entering the kitchen, Danny will realise that it's Ian Shaw, the local cricketing hero. Danny and Ian will be conversating about how Ian knows why Danny came around to fetch the ball, and he'll explain that the ball came over the hedge into his garden. So they will then conversate about an argument that Ian heard, and they'll agree that he's going to teach him how to play shots that he's struggling to play. Now the shot will be played with a broomstick and an apple, and during this period Danny will keep missing the ball as if he's not learnt nothing. Dinner that Ian is cooking will get burnt, which will be thrown in the bin, and Ian will reassure Danny that he'll order takeaway and it's alright. And as Danny's leaving, he will sort of reassure him with advice to say breathe, and Danny will end up saying bye to him and saying that he'll see him around before leaving to go back home. Now Danny will reach home and he'll conversate with his brother about where he's been, and trying to avoid the subject, he will ask Sid if he could bat, but Sid won't really want to let Danny bat, but Danny will persuade him by telling him he'll mow the rest of the lawn. Now we have the same shots as scene 3. Danny will once again hold his breath during the run-up, but he'll remember the advice that Ian has given him and will breathe out. And in this shot he will successfully play the cover drive that he's struggling to play from before. And Sid is in total disbelief as to how he's played it, leaving Danny to smile.